On the desktop, you'll be able to change the wallpaper how you want to. You can do it several different ways. The easiest way is to right-click and right on the desktop. To right-click, it's just a two-finger touch on the trackpad. All right, two-finger touch on the trackpad if you don't have a mouse, and this little menu will pop up. Then you can say Set Your Wallpaper. It's got several different ones that you can choose, whichever one you like. If you click on one, that selects it, and you can just X out. It's very simple. All right, so you'll see that there's nothing up here on the desktop, unlike our desktop computers. All of the apps are stored down here. This is called the shelf, and you can, on any app that you use a lot, you can pin it to the shelf. So these down here are pinned to the shelf. You'll see this vertical line, and the one to the right of the vertical line, that app is one I'm using right now. It's running, in other words. I don't have it pinned because I don't use it often. If I wanted to pin it, I could right-click on it and choose Pin, and that would move it to the left of the vertical bar. So you can see that there's no vertical bar there now. All right. If you decide I don't want that pinned, you can right click again and say unpin. This is called the status tray, and this is where you'll find a lot of information that you probably would need. Of course, it's got the time and the date if you hover over it. It's got the signal of your Wi-Fi, and it's also got the battery power. If you click on that, and you can shut it down here. You can also change the volume here. You can also change the brightness of your screen. If you click on the little settings cog, it gives you several different options here. And one thing that we looked at, of course, you'll want to know about the Wi-Fi. If it doesn't connect or have problems, you can get it through that. Lots of different things. And you see how I'm scrolling down? This is just a two-finger scroll on the trackpad, and now I'll be two-finger scrolling up towards the keyboard. So that's how you work the trackpad. We'll talk about that a little bit in a minute. Personalization, this is where you can choose your wallpaper, things like that. Now, if you want to open a particular app, maybe the ones that you don't have here pinned, you go over here to this, what's called the launcher. It launches apps for you or starts them for you. You can search for particular apps or your documents. You can also click on this little arrow, and it shows you all the apps that you have on your Chromebook. You could go to Files. Normally, things that you have downloaded or saved on your computer will be under the Downloads. If you have images that you have saved, they would be here. If you've saved videos, that would be here. Okay, you can also go to your Google Drive from here as well. Now, if we want to start our Google Chrome, you click on that little Chrome rainbow ball, and it probably will open up to a home page such as this. You could choose, you're already logged in, so you could always click on the little Google Apps buttons and choose Classroom if you're going to your classroom. I want to show you how to set your preferred pages that Chrome will open up to, so you don't have to search for it every time. Makes it a little easier. You click on the little three dots to the upper right corner, and you'll go down to Settings. You'll scroll all the way down to where it says on startup. You can tell it which pages to open. So I've already set it to be my inbox, Google Drive, and Classroom. And then you would use, if you want to open those up and then just choose Use Current Pages, you could do it that way. Now, if you have not used the trackpad or the touchpad before, if you're used to a mouse, this is just a little different. All you have to do is click anywhere on the touchpad it's the same as left mouse clicking. If you want to right click something, you would use two fingers. Use both of your two fingers and press the touchpad. You could also use one finger instead of two and click on the ALT button on your keyboard. If you want to scroll down or up, you'll place two fingers on the touchpad and move them up and down vertically to scroll.
To see a list of the keyboard shortcuts, you would hold Control, Alt, and the / button over to the right of the keyboard. It gives you a whole list of the keyboarding shortcuts in a little pop-up window. You can also search up at the top if you want to see how to, let's say, do a screenshot. Then it would show you some keyboarding shortcuts for that as well. One of the more important keyboarding shortcuts is how to turn on and off caps lock. It's simply the search key and the ALT, the Alt. So Alt and search will turn on and off caps lock. Another useful keyboard shortcut is for the Chromebook Help window. So you would just have to click on Control, Shift, and the question mark button. You would hold them all three at the same time, and then it pops open your window for your Chromebook Help.